Bienvenue chez Examist, votre partenaire de confiance pour réussir vos certifications. Nous proposons des supports d'études complets, en ligne et hors ligne. Et nous sommes là pour vous guider pas à chaque étape. Des guides PDF détaillés aux exercices pratiques bien structurés. Toutes les questions essentielles sont soigneusement couvertes pour vous donner toutes les chances de réussir. Vous aurez toujours les bonnes ressources à portée de main. Téléchargez les PDFs. Faites des tests et connectez-vous à notre équipe d'assistance experte. Avec la pratique interactive en ligne. Entraînez-vous et quand vous voulez. À votre rythme. Nos PDFs prêts pour l'examen sont soigneusement élaborés et régulièrement mis à jour. Des milliers d'apprenants certifiés font confiance à notre qualité et à notre sérieux. Des professionnels qualifiés sont disponibles pour répondre à vos questions. Commencez dès aujourd'hui et donnez à votre préparation l'avantage décisif avec Examist. Visitez Examist. Comme dès maintenant. Examist. Votre parcours vers le succès commence ici.
Question 1. Which of the following tables exist within the GRC? Profiles Application Scope. Choose 3. Option A. Document. Option B. Policy. Option C. Risk. Option D. Content. Option E. Indicator. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Document. Option D. Content. Option E. Indicator. Question 2. What are some characteristics of the ServiceNow store? Choose 4. Option A. Some applications are certified by ServiceNow. Option B. All applications are certified by ServiceNow. Option C. Applications may be developed by ServiceNow technology partners. Option D. It houses both paid and free applications and integrations. Option E. Applications are built on the ServiceNow platform. Option F. Applications are certified by other developers. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. All applications are certified by ServiceNow. Option C. Applications may be developed by ServiceNow technology partners. Option D. It houses both paid and free applications and integrations. Option E. Applications are built on the ServiceNow platform. Question 3. Which role is not part of ServiceNow GRC? Option A. Risk user. Option B. Risk developer. Option C. Risk manager. Option D. Risk reader. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Risk developer. Question 4. Which of the following statements is true of a risk response task? Option A. Only one risk response task can be related to a risk at a time. Option B. Only users with the risk manager role or higher can be assigned to a risk response task. Option C. The risk admin role is required to assign the risk response task. Option D. The risk response task is automatically progressed through the states using a workflow. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. The risk response task is automatically progressed through the states using a workflow. Question 5. What table, along with the policy table, is linked to the control objective table by a many-to-many relationship? Option A. Entity class. Option B. Citation. Option C. Authority documents. Option D. Risk framework. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Citation. Question 6. Why would you create entity classes? Option A. To show relationships between tables or objects you are tracking that doesn't otherwise exist anywhere in ServiceNow. Option B. To be assigned to risk statements, which generate risks for every entity listed in the entity class. Option C. to be assigned to control objectives, which generate controls for every entity listed in the entity class. Option D. To show relationships between entities and policies and map them directly to citations. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. To show relationships between tables or objects you are tracking that doesn't otherwise exist anywhere in ServiceNow. Question 7. The table name, config. Option A. Displays the configuration list view of the table in the browser tab. Option B. Displays the table in list view within the content frame. Option C. Displays the table in list view within a separate browser tab. Option D. Displays the configuration list view of the table in the content frame. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Displays the configuration list view of the table in the content frame. Question 8. Which of the following extends from items? Option A. Citation. Option B. Controls. Option C. Issue. Option D. Policy. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Controls. Question 9. What happens when you assign an entity type to a risk statement? Option A. An assessment will be automatically generated to test each entity listed in the entity type. Option B. A risk assessment is created automatically for every entity listed in the entity type. Option C. A risk is automatically generated for every entity listed in the entity type. Option D. The entity is now going to present a risk score and controls are going to be tied to it. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. A risk is automatically generated for every entity listed in the entity type. Question 10. There is a direct relationship between entity class and entity type when Option A. They have the same entity types. Option B. There is no direct relationship. Option C. They have the same entities. Option D. They leverage the same reporting. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. There is no direct relationship. Question 11. Which filter navigation syntax displays the table in list view within a separate browser tab? Option A. Table name list. Option B. Table name list. Option C. Table name list. Option D. Table name list. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Table name list. Question 12. Jim is an audit manager. In addition to audit manager, which roles should be assigned to ensure he can manage the audit process as well as other GRC functions related to audit? Choose 2. Option A. SNGRC manager. Option B. SN audit user. Option C. SNGRC user. Option D. SNGRC reader. Option E. SNGRC developer. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. SNGRC manager. Option B. SN audit user. Question 13. What table extends from document table? Option A. Risk. Option B. Risk framework. Option C. Risk response task. Option D. Risk statement. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Risk framework. Question 14. Which of the following are scoped applications related to the risk and compliance applications? Choose 4. Option A. GRC. GRC profiles. Option B. GRC. Attestation design. Option C. GRC. UCF compliance. Option D. GRC. Policy and compliance. Option E. GRC. Performance analytics. Option F. GRC. Risk management. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. GRC. GRC profiles. Option C. GRC. UCF compliance. Option D. GRC. Policy and compliance. Option F. GRC. Risk management. Question 15. Which tables extend the content? SN-GRC content. Table. Choose 2. Option A. SN compliance citation. Option B. SN-GRC issue. Option C. SN compliance policy statement. Option D. SN risk. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. SN compliance citation. Option C. SN compliance policy statement. Question 16. All of the following are parent tables which exist within the GRC entity's application scope except option A. Item. Option B. Document. Option C. Content. Option D. Indicator. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Indicator. Question 17. Which table stored the links from entity to entity types? Option A. SN compliance M2 meters profile type. Option B. SN risk M2 meters risk profile. Option C. SN compliance M2 meters policy profile. Option D. SN-GRC M2 meters profile type. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. SN-GRC M2 meters profile type. Question 18. Where does a policy get published to when it is approved? Option A. Knowledge Summit. Option B. ServiceNow Library. Option C. Authoritative records. Option D. Knowledge base. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Knowledge base. Question 19. What GRC module would you access in order to update entity types? Option A. Risk, entities. Option B. Scoping, profiles. Option C. Scoping, entity types. Option D. CMDB. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Scoping, entity types. Question 20. The ServiceNow platform requires which external components in order to ingest data from other systems? Option A. The platform includes an SDK template that allows developers to enhance it using Java. Option B. A messaging bus needs to be developed. Option C. The platform allows XML to be ingested, and it required developers to leverage XSLT to map it properly. Option D. The platform has integration service that allow users and developers to ingest data from a variety of sources. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. The platform has integration service that allow users and developers to ingest data from a variety of sources. Question 21. You are working with your customer to determine necessary audit management workflow configurations. What should they know about the approval process for audit engagements? Choose 3. Option A. If the engagement is approved and there are remaining open tasks or issues, it automatically moves into the follow-up state. Option B. If the engagement is approved and there are no remaining open tasks or issues, it automatically moves into the closed state. Option C. If the engagement is rejected, it automatically moves back to the fieldwork state. Option D. If the engagement is approved and there are remaining open tasks or issues, it automatically moves into the fieldwork state. Option E. If the engagement is rejected, it automatically moves into the scope state. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. If the engagement is approved and there are remaining open tasks or issues, it automatically moves into the follow-up state. Option B. If the engagement is approved and there are no remaining open tasks or issues, it automatically moves into the closed state. Option C. If the engagement is rejected, it automatically moves back to the fieldwork state. Question 22. Which GRC application would you use to manage internal or external consultancy processes that aim to prove the effectiveness of controls? Option A. Audit management. Option B. Risk management. Option C. Vendor risk management. Option D. Policy and compliance management. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Policy and compliance management. Question 23. What are the risk scoring methods available in ServiceNow? Choose 2. Option A. Quantitative. Option B. Qualitative. Option C. Inherent. Option D. Residual. Option E. Calculated. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Quantitative. Option B. Qualitative. Question 24. The risk thresholds in the risk criteria matrix. Default values do not line up with company needs. What should you do? Option A. Configure the risk criteria in ServiceNow. Option B. Identify risk that will benefit from the default values. Option C. Demonstrate risk scoring scenarios using the default values. Option D. Use the default values to determine new company approach. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Configure the risk criteria in ServiceNow. Question 25. Who can move a policy into review? Choose 2. Option A. Sys-admin. Option B. Policy approver. Option C. Policy reviewer. Option D. Policy owner. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Policy approver. Option D. Policy owner. Question 26. The citation table is a child table of which parent? Option A. Content. Option B. Authority document. Option C. Item. Option D. Document. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. Content. Question 27. Control failure factor represents the impact of control failures on what score? Option A. Inherent. Option B. Residual. Option C. Total. Option D. Calculated. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Calculated. Question 28. Which one of the following is not a trigger for issue creation? Option A. Manual issue created by any manager or admin role as well as by audit user. Option B. Indicator failure. Option C. Risk assessment returns the inherent and residual risk impact as very high. Option D. Attestation returns the result as not implemented. Option E. Control effectiveness is ineffective, and the state of control test is closed complete. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C. Risk assessment returns the inherent and residual risk impact as very high. Question 29. GRC options in interactive filters are only available through which feature? Option A. GRC filtering. Option B. Metrics reporting. Option C. Performance analytics. Option D. Trending analytics. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, performance analytics. Question 30. In which state can reviewers either send the policy back to draft or forward it by requesting approval? Option A. Retired. Option B. Published. Option C. Awaiting approval. Option D. Review. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, review. Question 31. The risk scoring values are entered on the risk statement. What records inherits the values from the risk statement? Option A. Risk criteria matrix. Option B. Risk framework. Option C. Registered risk. Option D. Risk response issue. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, registered risk. Question 32. Which of the following statements correctly describe the risk management lifecycle process? Option A. Access, identify and plan, control, review. Option B. Control, review, assess, identify and plan. Option C. Identify and plan, assess, control, review. Option D. Identify and plan, review, assess, control. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, identify and plan, assess, control, review. Question 33. When calculating compliance scores, what is true about the weighing of controls? Choose 2. Option A. Controls are not weighted equally by default. Option B. The weight cannot be changed. Option C. The default value is 10. Option D. The weight of the control is set when the control is created. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. The default value is 10. Option D. The weight of the control is set when the control is created. Question 34. Which role, S, has the capability to create policies? Choose 2. Option A. Compliance manager. Option B. Compliance admin. Option C. Compliance user. Option D. Risk manager. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, compliance manager. Option C, compliance user. Question 35. The Add to Update Set utility is available for download via Option A. ServiceNow developer site. Option B. ServiceNow store. Option C. ServiceNow community. Option D. ServiceNow high support. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, ServiceNow developer site. Question 36. What are the 4 values leveraged for the inherent and residual risk score types? Option A. Impact, probability, slay, arrow. Option B. Impact, likelihood, slay, ale. Option C. Impact, likelihood, slay, score. Option D. Impact, likelihood, slay, arrow. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, impact, likelihood, slay, arrow. Question 37. What would you leverage in order to provide users with an alternate user experience to view policies, create policy exceptions, and search for controls? Option A. Help desk portal. Option B. Catalog portal. Option C. Access portal. Option D. Service portal. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, service portal. Question 38. What type of customers may you encounter? Choose 3. Option A. Organization recently acquired and had some bad audit findings. Using ServiceNow GRC to help restart their process. Option B. Organization with little to nothing in place already. Implementing one or more core ServiceNow GRC applications. Option C. Organization undergoing a full GRC transformation. Implementing all 3 core ServiceNow GRC applications at once or in a phased approach. Option D. Organization implementing ServiceNow GRC to help ease their customer service organization. Using other tools to manage other processes. Option E. Organization implementing ServiceNow GRC to help ease their help desk organization. Using other tools to manage other processes. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Organization recently acquired and had some bad audit findings. Using ServiceNow GRC to help restart their process. Option B. Organization with little to nothing in place already. Implementing one or more core ServiceNow GRC applications. Option C. Organization undergoing a full GRC transformation. Implementing all 3 core ServiceNow GRC applications at once or in a phased approach. Question 39. Possible regulations when entity scoping for healthcare. Choose 2. Option A. HITRUST. Option B. FISMA. Option C. HIPAA. Option D. HETRUST. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, HITRUST. Option C, HIPAA. Question 40. For control records, who can modify the control in the draft state? Option A. All compliance users. Option B. Only the compliance manager. Option C. Only the person assigned the attestation. Option D. Only control owners. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, all compliance users.